We're live. How you doing? That's all I said.
You set me up, dude.
I was saying, hey man, we need to keep drinking. Keep drinking. It's all good. We'll start it over. So everybody, welcome. It is time to breathe again for the new year on the Breath of Fresh Air web, YouTube, and Facebook. I hope everybody had a safe and happy new year. As y'all can see, I got Patrick with me. Do you share my thoughts with that, Patrick?
What's that?
You share my thoughts with that? With the
With what?
wishing everybody
yeah, man. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and Happy New Year. Health is wealth. 2021, baby. That's what we're doing.
That's the funny thing. Like, I didn't want to speak for you, so I mean, I guess I could have said on behalf of Patrick.
You could. You know I was thinking.
All right, cool. Well, like I said, we hope everybody had a great holiday season, and may 2021 bring a little bit more joy, a little bit more happiness, a little bit more stability and sanity than what we saw a lot of 2020 happen. So, Patrick, have a lot to get to, especially with football. So we're going to jump right into it, and we'll start with these NFL wildcard weekend games. So a little different this year, and I guess it'll be like that going forward. We have 6 games to look at to preview real quick, a quick little preview, and then we'll pick the scores and the teams that we have winning these games. So we'll go ahead and we will start with the early Saturday one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are the second seed in the AFC. The Colts got in there with a little bit of help. Now they took care of the business when they had it. Just didn't beat the Jacksonville Jaguars to get in there, but they got the help they needed when Miami got beat by the same Buffalo Bills. They're going to play on Saturday. So let's get to it, Patrick. Who do you have winning this game and the score?
We're gonna help you out so we can play you and beat the crap out of you. That's what Buffalo said. We're gonna help you out so we can beat the crap out of you. I got Buffalo, man. I got Buffalo, and dude, this offense is firing right now. I don't even think that there's really much to say about this. This Buffalo Bills team is for serious right now. They're playing all three sections of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. They're playing all three of them to dang near perfection. I don't know what else to say, man. I got Buffalo. Let's go 38-10.
Oh, blowout! I like it. You coming out the blocks with the get them out of here.
I was deciding if I wanted to go like blowout, and I was like thinking like 49-7. But I mean, hey, look, man, I got to give the Colts a little bit of credit, man. They're an up and coming team. I don't think they have near enough to take care of anything with this Buffalo Bill team. So yeah, I got a blowout, 38-10.
Yeah, playing in Buffalo gonna be cold. Indianapolis is normally a dome team or an indoor team. It looks like Buffalo written all over it. Normally when it just looks like something is a slam dunk, and that's when it could go the other way. But I don't think this is one of those times. I got Buffalo winning too. They look scary right now. Like that offense, Josh Allen honestly should be getting more MVP talk, I would say. He probably won't win it. It'll probably go to, I think it'll probably go to Aaron Rodgers. But Josh Allen should definitely be in that conversation. The way he has just evolved within the offense, being able to dial down that arm, because we all knew coming out, Josh Allen had a huge cannon of an arm, but he's gotten very accurate with it. And the pickup of Stephon Diggs has really helped Cole Beasley in the slot. Buffalo's offense is clicking on all cylinders, and their defense is playing well, getting turnovers. The pass rush is good, like you said, special teams as well. The Colts, they have a good team. Their defense is pretty solid. I think their defense will be able to keep it close early, but yeah, I see Buffalo kind of bless you. I see Buffalo kind of pulling off this way.
Snuck up on me.
Yeah, and also Patrick, I just have a tough time believing in Phillip Rivers. So 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 I have Buffalo a little bit closer than what you have it. I'm going 31-17. I think I have that one. I still have them winning by a solid 2 touchdowns. But yeah, but I think Buffalo looks like they are poised to make a big run. And of course, they have to play. They are the number 2 seed. Different thing this year, of course, with the buys. Only the first team gets the buy, so Kansas City's sitting at home chilling. But yeah, Buffalo looks strong. So I got them winning too, 31-17. So,
Yep.
all right, well, let's move on to the next game. This one might be a little bit more interesting because we have the Rams and the Seahawks on the Saturday afternoon spot. And
Let's save that one, man. I still haven't. I think I know who I'm going with, but man, this one's a hard one, dude.
it's a tough one. I mean, and the thing was, Patrick, I was just kind of going in the order of where the games are going to be played and what time they were going to be played. That's why I went with the Rams and Seahawks next because they are in that Saturday afternoon evening spot. So I'm with you. I think this is a tough one to go. So I'll go ahead. I'll give my pick first. I'm going. Hmm? You got to see. Oh man, I want to pick the Rams. I do. I really want to pick the Rams. As a matter of fact, I'm going to. I'm picking the Rams. Yes, I'm picking the Rams. See, Seattle looks really shaky to me, man. I mean, I know they're playing at Seattle, but here's another thing that we didn't get to point out for the Colts and Bills game. And I mean, it's been the case all year. No home field advantage, really. And we know Seattle traditionally has one of the best home field advantages. If this was the normal year, I might lean toward the Seahawks. But with no crowd, I just feel like it's just kind of, you're in practice. So, so for that reason, I think I'm going to go with the Rams. It's going to be very close, I think. I'm picking something around, it might be a little bit low scoring too. I'm thinking 2017. I'm thinking 2017 Rams in this one. Would not surprise me at all, of course, if Seattle does win and they're able to pull that out. I mean, they are playing in Seattle. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to go with the Rams. 2017 Rams. That's what I have.
Okay. See, I'm going to go with the Seahawks. But I'm only going with the Seahawks for 2 reasons. 2 words, actually, 2 words. Russell Wilson. That's it. Because it's like this man, he could struggle 16 games out of the season. If he makes it to the playoffs, he finds his game. He always does, So it's hard. It's like going against Aaron Rodgers, man. It's really hard to go against Aaron Rodgers when you know what he's capable of. You know what I mean? With that being said, I'm not too keen on this offense right now in Seattle because they have been struggling. But the defense is keeping them in games, giving the offense an opportunity to make a play, to get some points on the board. So I'm going to lean towards the defense doing their job quite well. Russell Wilson, I suspect him to be playing at playoff top caliber level. But even with that being said, I still got it low. I'm going 23-20 actually. But I think Seattle has. I think they will pick up their game for this playoffs and do their thing. So 23-20 Seattle.
Patrick, division rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Each won a game between each other. Each held serve at home. The Rams beat the Seahawks. I think it was 23-16. I think the Seahawks won in Seattle 20-9. I just think it's going to be down to the wire. Like you said, Russell Wilson. I'm not upset at you at all with that pick. Russell Wilson is one of those guys where he can have a bad game and then all of a sudden he makes a play or two and he could break it open toward their way. Funny you mentioned the defense because we both know at the beginning of the year, it was not that way. It was all offense, no defense for Seattle at first, but now it is kind of reversed, and they're going to need every little bit of that if they're going to pull this game out. But yeah, this is one of those ones that we're actually disagreeing on. What, Patrick? We actually disagree on this. So
but
we'll see.
It will not surprise me if the Rams come out and win this game. I am pretty solid about the score one way or the other. It's going to be 23-20, but I am leaning towards the Seahawks, man. And in that Rams offense, boy, they can score in bulks or they won't score at all. So we'll see.
If they get Jared Goff back, what's going on?
Which is a huge pickup for them. Huge
what's going
pickup.
on, Bruce Missile? How you doing? So yeah. So the Rams defense with Aaron Donald and them rushing the passer. One thing they do good against, and then we can move on to the next one unless you have something to add after this. The one thing about their defense, man, Aaron Donald and those boys rushing the passer, they do a good job of keeping Russell Wilson in the pocket when he is able. Okay. It's cool. But when they keep him in the pocket, it makes it really difficult because Russell Wilson, I mean, he's not the tallest running back. Or he's not the tallest quarterback, excuse me. So if he is able to step up and make plays, that's where he's really dangerous. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are good, kind of following the path. When Russell Wilson scrambles, they know how to turn it into a scramble drill and can really follow him in that, and that's where those big plays can come. I think that would be the difference in the game. If the Rams are able to continue doing that, that's what will give them the edge. Oh, and Troy, that's what's up, because I didn't know if it was you or your brother Roy. So I was like, man, what's going on? That's my boy. Hey, Patrick, that's my boy that I went to high school with, man. That's our homie right there.
That's what's up, man. High school homies, man. Dude.
Yeah.
My thing was going to be about this, man. The Rams defense. The Rams defense. Man, let me tell you, I highly suspect that this Rams defense is probably going to be blitzing 50-60% of the time. I do, because they have to contain Wilson, because if they don't, if he gets outside the pocket, you know how he is, man. When he gets outside the pocket, man, he started extending plays. When you start extending plays, people start getting open, and it just defenses break down. They got to contain Russell Wilson. If they don't, man, he is going to run all over them, and he will make big plays if he happens to get outside the pocket to this defense, man. If they contain him though, whew, might be a long day for Seattle.
Yeah, and also real quick, so the Rams, maybe they get Jared Goff back, because Jared Goff didn't play last week in the game against the Cardinals. So we'll see if that makes a difference for them. And then they get that receiver, the Cooper Kupp, may be coming back as well. So that can help them with the play action game. It's a lot of, man. This is one of the games I'm definitely looking forward to for sure. So be interested. Well, Patrick, let's get to the Saturday night one. We have the Tampa Bay Bucks going against Patrick. Fly the W, baby. I told you, your team generic won the NFC East. I told you, fly the W, man. Let's go. But now they have, huh?
You flying it now?
Man, if I had like a little flagpole right behind me and stuff, I'll show you, man. Like I didn't actually go and buy the flag, But you get but man, yes, Team Generic now gets to host a playoff game. And they have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming in, and the offense looks like it is starting to click on all cylinders for them. So I'm pretty sure both of us have Tampa Bay winning this game. Does Washington have a shot to win this game? I guess I'll ask you that.
Absolutely. And this is the reason why. That defense for Tampa, hopefully they decide to show up and make this a game. But if they don't show up, then all the weight's put on Tom Brady, and we all know how Tom Brady is. So with that being said, yes, I do think they have a shot. Slim shot, but a shot nonetheless. They have to play perfect on defense. And they need to, and on offense, they have to stay ahead of the chains. So if they do that, they have to do that. If they get caught with any kind of loss in yardage multiple times, they're going to give that game up pretty quickly. So they got to be on track, on par with everything that they're doing, and they're going to have to play a perfect game. I really do think that. But I do have Tampa Bay winning. And it's going to take Tampa Bay 4 quarters. I do feel that way. But I will go Tampa Bay 28-20.
28-20. All right. I do think Washington is going to show up because let's be honest, man, they're going to be hearing all week how much of a joke they are, how much of a joke it is that they were able to win the NFC East, which has been a garbage division all year. And I think that's going to hype them up a little bit to show, hey, look, yeah, our division wasn't that good, but here we are. We're ready to play. What I think also with Washington's defensive line, they can get pressure on Tom Brady. They can really mess some things up for Tom Brady. That defensive line is one of the best in the league, although their record doesn't show. That defensive line is real good. Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne in the middle, Chase Young outside with Montez Sweat on the other side, and then Ryan Kerrigan behind them. They can get some pressure. They can get after the quarterback, and they can do it with 4, which I think is going to be very imperative with all the weapons Tampa Bay has. Now we have to watch the status of Mike Evans. He's day-to-day with the knee injury, but between Mike Evans, Antonio Brown is looking more and more like the Antonio Brown we were used to, I guess, after playing a few of the games in Tampa Bay's system. You have Chris Goodwin also, and they're running the ball very well. So I just think Tampa Bay has a little bit too much for Washington. You have 28-20. I'll go 30-16. I think it'll be something like that, 30-16, because I don't know if Washington's offense is going to be able to score enough. I feel like the defense can contain Tampa Bay a little bit, but it's a lot of weaponry to keep under 25, 30 points. So I'll go 30-16. I got a solid victory for Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wanted to go a little higher with my score, but I also want Washington to ride that high. You know what I mean? They haven't been. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. After what Tampa Bay did to Atlanta, I hope Washington beats the absolute crap out of them. But then now I'm torn because if Washington wins and they go into the Super Bowl, then we know they're going to be the generics for the rest of their lives because they will not put a name behind that because they made it to the Super Bowl. So I'm kind of mixed with this game. I'm hoping Tampa Bay just beats the absolute crap of them, and they go, no, we gotta make something out of our name, right? But man, after what Tampa Bay did to Atlanta, I just want to punch Brady right in the nuts.
We could call Team Generic the WTFs too. We could. What the F are y'all? You know what I mean?
So no, I think Tampa Bay can handle them though. I think Tampa Bay's going to handle them. I want to give Washington more of a chance than just get blown out. So I'm hoping they put up some good numbers, but we'll see.
Shoot, my man Troy, he said he put an LOL on there, but it's true, Troy. The WTFs, yes, that's what they are. Don't have a name, team generic, whatever you call them, but they are the NFC East champions. So,
Call them that.
gotta call them that.
Give them a name, something. I don't care. Just Washington football team.
Well, Patrick, let's get to the Sunday games. This is another interesting one we're about to talk about because you have Baltimore at Tennessee. The Ravens are coming to Nashville, and this one is a tough one for me too. But I think I'm going to pick the Ravens to win. Yeah, I almost said the Titans. And you know what? I reserve the liberty to change this pick before the games play. But
you don't get to do that.
Nah, you're right, Patrick. I can't do that.
Don't get mushed.
Yep.
Don't get mushed.
Yeah, that's a bush. That's a bush. My boy saying, "Oh yeah, hey, I know you a Cowboys fan, Troy. Ooh, y'all got some issues, but
dude, we'd have to reserve a whole show for the issues that the Cowboys have."
He said he's going with the Oilers / Titans. I mean, look, hey, that is a good pick because I mean, playing in Nashville, Tennessee, man, Derrick Henry is such a beast. But man, I feel
took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah,
I'm going Titans, man. I'm going Titans.
I feel Baltimore has been through so much, and you know what? All these teams have with going through COVID and having players in and out of the lineup. But man, the Ravens had a real bad rash. Well, shoot, I guess when I think about it, the Titans had a bad rash with it earlier in the season. So both of them have been through a lot. But both of them are just so tough. I think they're mirror images of each other with how physical they are, the way they love to run the ball. Both of them play pretty good defense. I think the Ravens are a little bit better on the defensive end than the Titans are. And I think that's where I'm going in terms of picking the Ravens to win this. I think that, and I think the Ravens are just hungry. Like they started peaking at the right time. Between them and the Buffalo Bills, man, they rose up and got right in a hurry when it came down to the end of the season. This one, I think, is going to be pretty low scoring. I'm going. It might be higher scoring, but I don't think so. I think I'm going 2017 Baltimore in this game.
Okay. How you feel with the Baltimore Ravens is exactly how I feel about the Tennessee Titans. I got the Titans mostly because the Titans. This is a hard game because the Ravens offense is better than the Titans defense. And the Titans offense is better than the Ravens defense. So I have it fairly high scoring. I guess you could say fairly high scoring, but it's really not. But I got the Titans because when you have Derrick Henry, the dude just plows over people. And I've said it all season. I've said it all season about Ravens quarterback. I can't think of his name right now.
Lamar Jackson.
I've said this time and time again with him. You push him left, and the man cannot make a throw. Now, I do admit the last two games, or the two games before the last one, he made some really good throws from his left. But I don't think that sustains throughout his entire rest of his career. I think the Titans will do just enough to disrupt him, and if they do that, then they will lighten the blow a little bit, I guess. But I'm going just a smidge higher than you are. I'm going to go 28-17 Titans.
Okay. I think. See, here's the key with the Ravens offense. Whoever, Greg Roman, their offensive coordinator, he has to stay with the run. When Tennessee played Baltimore in the playoffs last year, Lamar Jackson threw the ball. I don't know the exact number, but it was in excess of 50 to 55 times. That is not a formula for the Ravens to win. Lamar Jackson is not the thrower of the ball like that to be able to throw the ball back there or that many times. Most quarterbacks aren't. Most quarterbacks aren't, but especially not Lamar Jackson. I feel like what happened was Tennessee jumped on them early. They jumped in. They had that quick 14-0 lead in Baltimore last year, and I feel like the Ravens panicked and they said, "Oh man, we got to throw the ball. We got to throw the ball. We got to throw the ball." Had time. Stick with the run. Stick to your strengths. Go ahead, methodically work into the game. If it comes down to that, I think that is a big key. You cannot have Lamar Jackson just dropping back and throwing the ball that quickly, especially if you get down early. Stay with your plan, keep the running game involved, use the play action passing, and then you have a shot to come out of Nashville with the win. If it doesn't happen, then yeah, Tennessee might win by more than what you predicted.
But like you said, man, what quarterback is built to throw it 55 times? You're asking a quarterback to throw the ball 55 plus times and not make a mistake. No, normally when you throw 55 plus, there's 2 interceptions involved in that, and you damn well better hope that it's not a pick 6. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, you put Lamar Jackson in that position where he's throwing in the vicinity of over, in my personal opinion, over 30 times, 35 times. This is the recipe of disaster, and you will watch Lamar Jackson throw 2 picks. 3 possibly, and 2 of them be pick 6s. And that's just how I see it. You're absolutely right. I will 100% agree with you. If Baltimore sticks to their game plan, and as long as they do that, this will be a lot closer game. But I just feel that they will put Lamar Jackson in that position. He will audible out of a run play to make a pass play. And sometimes most of the time it works for him. He's done really well with the audibles.
Yeah, he's a playmaker, so I mean, he can make a lot of things work, you know.
Oh yeah, and he has gotten really good with his outside of the pocket throwing, except for when you roll him to the left and then you put pressure on him, and so it's like he panics the whole time. But that being said, I agree with you 100%. They got to stick to their ground game. They got to stick to what got them to the playoffs. And then the last bit of the season, where you were saying is where they kind of peaked. Their run game was also in the average of 40 plays as well. So yeah, they're doing extremely well. But they got to stick with what got them there, and running is what got them there.
All right, Patrick. Well, all right. I feel like this next game will probably be pretty quick. So we got the Bears and Saints. Sunday afternoon / evening game there. I feel like this will be a pretty quick decision here who we both have winning. Pretty sure we both have the Saints winning this game. So I will just ask you, what's your score?
Saints 40-17.
40-17. Gotcha. Yeah.
And I would not be surprised if that is 45-0.
45-0. Yeah, you know what? So I think the Bears. All right, so they played earlier in the year in Chicago, and the Saints won that game in overtime, though. It was 26-23, I believe. The Saints look like they're getting people back now. Michael Thomas should be able to play. We'll see about Alvin Kamara, because they're definitely going to need him, but I think he should be okay. He sat out the game last week against Carolina because of COVID. So I think he should be back for this one.
Drew
I'm not a
Brees.
believer in Mitch Trubisky, as you know. I'm sure you feel the same way. The only chance the Bears have is their defense has to play like this unit they are supposed to be. This is supposed to be an elite defense in the league. Haven't done it. So just been what you counting?
How many turnovers the Bears need to win?
Oh, at least 4. At
That's
least
how
4.
many times the Saints are going to hold the ball. 8 times. 8 times 6. 8 times 7. There you go.
I mean, the Bears have to play. They have to play as that elite unit. That's their only chance. And they honestly have not played like that elite unit. They have given up a lot of points, a lot of big plays over their heads, and because of that, I see something similar. I think it'll be yeah, we'll go 34-13, 34-17 is kind of what I have there. Look, yes, I know, Patrick. It's pretty similar to your score. I know, I get it, but I think, but I think the Saints win going away too. So.
Yeah.
Well. Right. Well, let's get to the final game there, and it's the Browns and Steelers Sunday night primetime game.
This excites me too, dude. This is the second game I'm excited about.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one, man. Now, here's the funny thing. This is the first time, of course, the Browns have been in the playoffs since 2002. Their opponent then was the Steelers as well in this round. Steelers knocked them out. They actually came from behind to win that game, 36-33. Man, I want to pick the Browns. I do. I so want to pick the Browns on this, but I'm not. I'm gonna pick the Steelers. But I feel like it's gonna be close. I'm going something like 26-23. Cleveland's gonna play. They're gonna show up. That running game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, I think is gonna be a lot for Pittsburgh to handle. It's gonna be one of those games. Like I feel like this game and the Ravens Titans game, those are gonna be close to old school smash mouth. I that's what I really like. Cold weather too, playing in Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. What? It's gonna be, man. Damn, there were some fans in the stadium. Damn.
I know, man. God, especially for Cleveland, dude. That sucks. They made it this far without their fans, man.
Buffalo. Oh my God,
and
Buffalo had all their fans in there. Oh my God.
I would love to see the stadium. God, honestly, I would love to be in the stadium when the Browns and Buffalo take the field, dude. Because God, you know their fans are going to be like wilding out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so exciting for these two teams.
It is.
Well,
but yeah, I'm going Steelers 26-23 though. Yes.
26-23 Steelers. Okay. I'm going to disagree with you, dude. I'm going Browns, man.
You going Browns?
I'm going Browns.
I do want to pick the
Browns. And this is not because of Nick Chubb, because Nick Chubb pissed me off when he ran out on that 2-yard line, that 1-yard line. Cost me God.
Need to let that.
I need to, but that was dude. I was second. I was second in FanDuel, bro. That's a lot of money, man, and he cost me the game, dude. I'm so mad. But like you said, man, that Hunt and Chubb combination, I'm super excited about this combination going against a defense like Pittsburgh. I want to see what they can do, and I'm hoping they come out with it. I'm going to go a little bit more conservative with this because I think this is going to be the ground and pound game that you were just talking about. Really smash mouth because this weather is going to be cold, and the only person that's really going to be able to throw the ball is probably Ben Roethlisberger. But I'm going to go with Cleveland. I'm rooting for them because, man, they haven't been here in such a long time. And that last time in 2002 when they played Pittsburgh, it was 36-33. Guess what? I'm going 36-33 Cleveland, baby. Do it.
You got to turn it around.
I'm going to turn it around. 36-33 Cleveland. Go Browns.
I look. I root for them too. I would definitely like to see Cleveland win this game. I don't know if I could trust Baker. Can I trust Baker Mayfield to make
But
plays?
see, that's the thing is you don't have to trust Baker.
But if they take away the running game a little bit, Pittsburgh's defense is pretty good against the run, Pat.
I know. But you know as well as I do, Hunt went against a team that was really good against the run, and what did he do?
I mean, they're good.
Just
Doesn't mean they
saying.
can't make adjustments. Because the thing is, they just played last week, and so I mean, they're division rivals. So I mean, they know each other pretty well. I got it. This actually is one of those games where I feel like if it was in Cleveland, I probably would pick Cleveland. This one being in Pittsburgh, I'm going to give Pittsburgh a nod. I know it just seems a little bit different because there are no fans. Cleveland actually allows fans in the stadium. Pittsburgh does not. So, I mean, that was kind of interesting about that whole dynamic as well. Welcome to the COVID era, I guess. But,
I get
it. But yeah. So, I'm Pittsburgh 26-23. And you got Cleveland 36-33.
Yeah. But good pick,
right.
though. I mean, look, this is that other game, man, where I like it. Pittsburgh's good, man. They didn't go 11-0 for no reason. You know what I mean? They somehow found a way, and we said it all season. We wasn't sold on them. The fact that they're going against Cleveland is honestly probably the best fall of cards for Pittsburgh, in my personal opinion. Out of all the teams, they got Cleveland, but with them being division rivalries, I want the Browns to win so bad. That's the reason why I'm going for them. It's because I want them to win. Not necessarily because they're the best team. I just want them to win. So I'm going Browns 36-33.
All right. Well, Patrick, let's make a little jump here from the NFL and talk about college football. Of course, we had the 2 playoff games happen. We know Alabama rolled over Notre Dame. I think they pretty much caught off the dogs. That could have been a lot worse than it was. And then Ohio State, they blew the doors off of Clemson, man. Destroyed Clemson. 49-28. Justin Fields, especially after taking that hit in the back. I'm still wondering if he has some broken ribs there. He took that helmet right in the rib cage from Skowski, that linebacker. That dude is dirty. He looks douchey. But anyway, it's another.
I mean, the hit last year that he did, that one was like, dude, that was so intentional. That was so intentional. This year, I don't think it was as intentional. He lowered the head. This is the thing about it, man. He lowered the head. And you'll hear him say it on the TV. If you can see the numbers, don't block in the back. Well, look, man, if you can't see the player, don't hit him. That's point blank. He lowered his head to the point where he was looking at his own groin. He wasn't even looking at the ground. He lowered his head so far he was looking at his own groin. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Justin Fields, it was just a bam play. Justin Fields planted his foot, moved backwards, and it was just kind of rolled into that. You know what I mean? I don't think it was as intentional this year as it was last year, because last year the dude was laying on the ground and he lowered his helmet and put it right on him. Dude, I was like, you, sir, are the dirtiest player I think I've ever seen in my life. With that being said, as much as I'm saying I don't think it was as intentional, he is still the dirtiest player I've seen. That is just uncalled for. Keep your eyes on the player. At least give yourself an opportunity to not get the call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because every time you take your eyes off the player, you're going to get hit. It's just plain and simple.
Well, hey, as it was, I mean, Justin Fields took that hit. He came back and continued to throw the ball well. 6 touchdown passes. Mm-hmm. And look, so I'll say this before we preview the Alabama-Ohio State game coming up on Monday. Ohio State blew the doors off, and honestly, I'm not that upset about it. I still believe Ohio State should not have been in the playoff. That doesn't change. I still believe they should not have been in there. The Big Ten moved mountains over them. Doesn't take away that fact. But they got in there. They're taking advantage of the opportunity. And I'm not that upset they beat Clemson because Patrick Dabo Sweeney was getting on my last nerves. Everything he was saying, not just with the whole poll stuff, the putting Ohio State at number 11, all that, just throughout the season, he was just saying stupid stuff.
Yeah.
He was just being real idiotic about his comments with COVID, with how teams were afraid to play them when they were the ones acting irresponsible. It was just a lot of stuff with him. And he was just getting just on my nerves. So to see Ohio State play, like, look, overall, I was going for Clemson. I wanted to see Clemson win this game. I'm not that upset that Clemson got their butts kicked in there, their asses kicked in this game. Not at all.
Because they went way past butts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you, man. Like you said, I'm 100%. I don't feel Ohio State earned their position there. I do feel that way. I think other teams earned their way a lot more than Ohio State. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not pissed at all that they beat the absolute dog crap out of cat crap. I am the cat crap out of Clemson.
The Tiger crap.
The Tiger crap, whatever. Because honestly, they had it coming. They truthfully had it coming. This team has been living in this world where they think they're untouchable. And Ohio State came in and put it on them, dude. I was happy. And I can't say enough about Justin Fields, about how he took that hit and was out one play, hobbled back in. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think it's a broken rib as much as I think it might be a fractured hip. I mean,
it looked bad.
It was bad. Is he going to be doped up for the Alabama game? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Justin Fields is not going to miss that game. You're lucky he came off for one play, because 29-23 is all he saw for an entire year. That's it. And all that he taught him was an interception. It eats at him. And when you got my shorty, you'll post it. I got that Justin Harris, but it eats at you. Take it personal. And he did. And that's the difference. And you'll hear it on the shorty. That's the difference from playing on Saturday, playing on Sunday. Right there.
Well, Patrick, we have the matchup now. Ohio State, Alabama meeting on Monday in Miami. Look, I think Ohio State can definitely play with Alabama. I feel like it's going to be a pretty good game when they meet. I think Alabama has a little bit too much. I think this is going to be a shootout. I think it is going to be in the 40s. But I give Alabama the nod. Huh?
Wait till you hear my score.
All right, I have Alabama. It's something stupid. It's gonna be, but I got like 48-40. I like Alabama 48-40. Man, I think it's going to be a shootout. I just think Mac Jones and the newly crowned Heisman Trophy winner, wide receiver Devontae Smith. Congratulations to Devontae Smith.
Absolutely, he earned that.
But I think they'll just be able to make just like one or two more plays than what Ohio State will be able to make. So yeah, I got to shoot out Patrick. 48-40 Alabama.
You ready? Okay, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
56-48 Alabama. I say it jokingly, serious as hell.
Yeah.
It's dude, it's going to be and you can beat Alabama over, dude. This is what irritated me the most about Clemson. Um, Ohio State scored on the same exact play 5 times.
Yeah, like a bomb, just throwing bombs.
I'm like, at what point do you stop the deep pass in the middle?
Yeah.
I mean, like after the 5th one, dude, I was like, game over. I'm tired of watching this crap because it really looked it really looked like Madden.
But when you see, all right, Clemson's defense in that game, they looked confused,
Oh
really
yeah,
confused, really off balance. That's not what you're used to seeing from Clemson. They're normally a little bit more disciplined than that. They don't give up that many big plays. I mean, Ohio State came in there. They had a really good game plan. They kept them off balance, and I mean, it was just that they couldn't stop them from doing anything because the running back, Trey Sermon, he almost had 200 yards rushing, also. So you had
yeah.
Justin Fields throwing for 6 touchdown passes. You have Trey Sermon running for 200 yards. And you're Clemson. You didn't take nothing away. You just got your ass whooped all over the field. No matter what you did, Ohio State had an answer. It's just that simple.
That Clemson defense looked like Dabo Swinney's attitude. It needed an adjustment.
It did. Yeah, I mean,
Bad.
so maybe, hopefully he has some he humbles himself a little bit after this
Hopefully.
this thing. I don't know if it will happen, but hopefully he does, because like I said, he was just getting on my nerves, and I am not mad to see Ohio State blast him and his team like they did. Uh, well, all right. Well, Patrick, hey, let's talk about. And you know how we are. We don't like to talk about the losing teams, the garbage teams that didn't take advantage of their opportunities, before we talk about the winning teams, what it should be about, the teams in the playoffs and in the championship. So we were able to do that. So let's talk about this particular case real quick. You have the New York Giants and all their players. All right. First of all, they beat the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry, Troy, but they beat the Dallas Cowboys. What was it? 23-19. So that put their record at 6-10, and they had a chance to win the NFC East if the Generics lost. The Generics, of course, were playing the Philadelphia Eagles, and the game was 17-14. Doug Peterson, the head coach, decides to pull Jalen Hurts out and puts Nate Sudfeld in because Carson Wentz was a healthy scratch. And everybody's like, "What? WTF? Why the hell did you put Nate Sudfeld in? What's going on here?" So you put Nate Sudfeld in. The Giants are all upset. They're angry tweeting the Eagles. More on that in a minute. But the Eagles make this move, and Doug Peterson, his explanation for making this move was, "Well, I wanted to see what I had in Nate Sudfeld, and plus, it was just kind of a reward to get him some playing time because, I mean, he'd been putting in work for 4 years. Well, you didn't put him in for 4 years. You don't know what you had. You've had him for 4 years. You don't know what the hell you have of him in 4 years. What the hell? What's going on?
You didn't put him in early,
Huh?
and you didn't put him in early.
Right. He put him in
In
the
the season earlier.
He put him in the fourth quarter, and then you put him in to get him some playing time. Look, man, we're not. This isn't the 12th man on the bench of a basketball team where we're like, "Hey, man, put in that work, man. Go in there, do some things after a blowout." What the hell? This is so garbage. So, Patrick, look, this case is wrong on so many levels, and both did this. And you know what? And this is another case where both things can be true. So the Eagles case, I'll lay it out for you. The Eagles case, look, Doug Peterson totally tanked this game. He threw it away. The Eagles had a chance to win this game. I know there was nothing for them to play for, but he totally threw this thing away. Now, whether that came down from the organization, you wanted to get a better draft choice, whatever the case, but just the fact of you having this in your thought process is garbage in and of itself. You and I, we know how we feel about tanking. It's garbage. It's disgusting. It makes no sense. Uh, on the Giants part. So they're over here, they're tweeting, and they're all upset at the Eagles. Patrick, they're MF and 6-10. They have no reason, no right to cry to anybody. You're 6-10. You're lucky you even had a damn shot to win the division as it was. You're 6-10. Y'all need to shut up. All y'all who got on Twitter talking about, oh, the Eagles, what are you doing? Well, you're 6-10. Shut up. You have no reason to talk to anybody. You have no reason to complain about nothing. You're 6-10. Again, 6-10. I know I've said it 4 times. 6-10. Garbage.
10 times. Okay.
Yeah, I know. 6-10. And the last part of this, Patrick, all these people, and I'm calling that this is going toward ESPN. All their people got on there and they wanted to call the Eagles out on their tanking. They have glorified tanking. You go onto their network and to their website, and you've seen so many stories about them talking about the art of tanking. So you mean to tell me 2 weeks ago they were mad at the Jets for winning? So you mean to tell me you're going to get mad at the Eagles for throwing a game? But you promote teams throwing whole seasons? What the hell's wrong with that? But tell me, what am I missing here?
What's right with that?
Yeah.
Look,
garbageness all the way around, dude.
All the way around.
All the way around.
I mean, look, first of all, it's like this. I feel sorry for Jalen Hurts, man. Out of all of that, he played a heck of a game, man. A heck of a game. And he gets pulled to lose?
Doug Peterson might have lost the locker room with that, honestly. Those players might be a little bit upset there.
Oh, I'm sure he lost the locker room. I'm sure he's lost the locker room. And he may, well, it's Philadelphia. They pay coaches to tank. So who knows? He might get a 2-year extension.
Just the Sixers. Stop throwing all the other teams in
there. Hey, look, brotherly love, man. Every team does it. Look, I'm sorry, but if the Sixers may do it, but you know what? The Eagles are guilty by association. They don't want to be guilty by association. Change cities. As far as I'm concerned, Philadelphia likes to tank, and it's in their DNA. It is what it is.
Just one team. Go ahead.
Well, I will tell you this, man. I do feel sorry for Jalen Hurts because of that. But if it does anything, hopefully it motivates him to win that starting position and do something great with the Eagles. You know what I mean? But as far as it goes with ESPN got nothing to say. I hardly listen to ESPN what they even got to say anymore, because it's always either the art of tanking or how to tank or the best way to tank or LeBron James.
Just the hypocrisy. That's the thing. It's just so hypocritical for these guys to come out and they really just have the nerve to come out here and try to call the Eagles out for tanking. Which, look, on the surface, yeah, this was disgusting. That was garbage what Doug Peterson did. But for the message to be coming from ESPN after your website is full of articles talking about, like you said, the art of tanking, how to tank. You just jumped on the Jets for winning games because it cost them the #1 draft choice. You know, it's just all this other mess that says you are all about team tank. You make up all these slogans. Let's go through the slogans. And it doesn't have to be one sport. I can go to multiple sports here. Tank for Trevor Lawrence. Concede for Embiid. Suck for luck. These are all the slogans that have been on ESPN's websites, and they have pushed this stuff out. They have glorified tanking. So for you or anybody else, or not you, Patrick, but for this network and their representatives, their TV personalities to come out here, or their writers to come out here and jump on what the Eagles did the other night after they have promoted tanking is disingenuous, it's tone deaf, it's trash, and it's stupid. It's what's the word? It's laughable.
I just don't understand the whole tanking concept, because how are you ever to draft accordingly if you don't even know what you have to play with?
Like how is tanking an art? So Patrick, we talked about this a lot. Being garbage is an art, apparently.
Apparently. I'm trying my best not to be. But I don't know. Maybe if I tank, I'll get $1 million from the government. I'm gonna tank next week and see if I get $1 million from the government. My job.
In the world of participation trophies, I guess everything's acceptable, right? So disgusting. Well, Patrick, hey man, it's time for us to get on up out of here. We could get this in real quick, probably in about a minute, man. So we've been watching a little bit of the basketball. Steph Curry, 62 points. For all the people who've been saying Steph Curry's washed up, he's done, pump the brakes on that, y'all. Come on. I mean, this is only the best shooter that we've ever seen. He's okay. He just came back from an injury. He missed the whole year. So, come on, y'all. So
pump the brakes. 1, 2. Let's not forget that EA Sports rewrote an algorithm just for this man because of his shooting ability. Just remember that.
Yo,
I'm gonna put that out there. I'm just gonna place this right here on Breath of Fresh Air. Okay. EA Sports, a major gaming system or industry or company, EA Sports changed their programming of a game because this man could shoot. Do what you will with it.
And with that will do it for this edition of the Breath of Fresh Air webcast on YouTube and Facebook. It's good to be back. First episode of the year. And
one more thing. Everybody, tell Charles happy birthday.
Yes, thanks, Patrick. I appreciate it, man. I was actually trying to kind of skate without it. You know me, man. I don't lie a whole bunch of shit. Well, hey, man, I appreciate it. But yeah, everybody, continue to visit the Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, and visit the Breath of Fresh Air Facebook page. Keep those likes coming. So, hopefully, look, new year, we're trying to continue building on this product and those new additions we've been talking about. I think this is the year where it's going to start coming to fruition. So keep an eye on us. Let us know how we are doing, good, bad, or indifferent. We don't care. It doesn't matter. We're just looking for the feedback, and we're all about having the feedback and the conversation with you. So everybody, take care. Patrick Shorty will be coming up later on this week, and we will holler at you. Everybody take care.